Veronica Armstrong, and I'm obsessed with helping women emancipate themselves from limiting beliefs and behaviors that prevent them from operating in their zone of success. I'm a former corporate executive turned coach who gave it all up to help women rise above personal constraints and march boldly towards becoming the women they were born to be. My goal for this podcast is to make it a space where we shatter old thought patterns, challenge limiting beliefs, and break the chains of societal norms. Here, you are not defined by your past, but empowered by the potential of your future. So, join us on this journey as we dig deep into a world of transformative insight and empowering information. Because remember, you are more than just a product of your past, you are the architect of your future. Welcome to Girl Emancipated. Welcome to the 6th episode of the Girl Emancipated podcast. I am your host, Veronica Armstrong, and today we are going to be talking about the 5th pillar of emancipated living, and that is connection. See, living an emancipated life does not mean doing it on your own. By all means, it does not mean that. What it means is being free from those internal limitations or societal norms that do not allow you to be the person that you were born to be or to operate in your zone of genius. So today, we're going to talk about the importance of connection. So before we get started, let me just say this. I am sick. So if I sound a little nasally, please forgive me because I don't get sick often, but I didn't want how I feel and how I sound to get in the way of delivering this message to you. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. How does Merriam-Webster define connection? It is defined as a person connected with another, especially by marriage, kinship, or common interest. For the purposes of living an emancipated life, by connection, I mean your connection with other people, regardless of their relationship to you. So let's talk about how connection and emancipation go together. So we're going to take it back to school, and we're going to talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We all remember that, yes? So according to Maslow, connection in the form of love, intimacy, belonging, and friendship is critical. And the reason is when these needs are not met, people can suffer from loneliness, depression, and anxiety. And since the idea of living an emancipated life means to live free from undue internal limitations, you must create an environment where your ability to make smart decisions is not hindered by issues such as depression or anxiety. So let's take it a step further by addressing how strong connections help you live an emancipated life. So strong connections provide a variety of things to support you, and I'm going to go through several of them to give you some perspective. So having strong connections also provides you with a support system, and having a network of supportive individuals helps us navigate challenges, and it reassures us that we are not alone. For instance, the right support systems provide us with guidance and encouragement to make decisions that align with who we are. Think of your parents or your grandparents or people in your family who are very supportive of the decisions that you make, and they encourage you whenever they think that you're going in the right direction. Yes, sometimes they may discourage us, right? Even if we're going in the right direction, they may discourage us. But having a support system of people who can provide you with the guidance that you need will help you make smarter decisions. Something else that strong connections can provide for you is a safety net. Especially during the challenging journey of living an emancipated life, you are most definitely going to encounter setbacks or challenges. And a community or a trusted circle of connection can act as a safety net, ensuring that you don't fall too hard and you can get up again. That can help you build strong resilience. Strong connections are also a mirror to who you are because interacting with others provides that reflection. That strong community of people that you trust can serve as mirrors, helping you to recognize your areas of growth and affirming where you're excelling or perhaps where you may need to focus more of your attention. And this is a big one. Having strong connections provides us with a sense of emotional well-being. I was reading an article the other day from Stanford, and they mentioned a landmark study that showed that a lack of human connection is a greater detriment to health than obesity, smoking, and high blood pressure. Imagine that. Not having stronger connections can have a greater negative impact on your health than obesity, smoking, and high blood pressure. If that doesn't mean anything to you, then I don't know what else to say. What I will say is that if you are really trying to live an emancipated life, you have to have strong connections, because those connections offer you a sense of belonging. It reduces feelings of isolation. And as I've so demonstrated, it also boosts your mental health. So when one's emotional needs are being nurtured, it is easier to pursue a life of emancipation. So if you don't have a close circle of friends, or if you don't have a trusted community that you can rely upon, I need you to go out there and I need you to find your people. Find your people so that you have that emotional support that you need to help you during this journey of trying to live an emancipated life. So having strong connections also provides you with strong accountability, because we know that sharing goals and aspirations, or just our journey with others, can keep us accountable. Such as your friends and mentors and support groups, they can offer you reminders. If you say you're going to do something, they can be the ones to remind you of what you said you were going to commit yourself to. I know that sometimes that can be a little frustrating when you say something out loud, you commit to it, and then you fall off, and then other people are looking at you asking, okay, what happened? You know what? Sometimes that is annoying. I would agree with you if that's what you're thinking. But I would say more often than not, it just fuels my fire to know that other people are aware of what it is that I'm trying to accomplish. So it just motivates me to get up and just do what I said I was going to do. So think about that. Having strong connections also provides purpose and meaning. Many of us find purpose in our relationships and in the shared endeavors that we might undertake. And this sense of purpose can be a guiding light during your emancipation journey. So how can you go about fostering and strengthening your connection with others? First and foremost, be yourself. Because having genuine connections means allowing people to connect with the real you. Don't try to be someone that you're not. Just be yourself. We want to interact with the person you were born to be. So just be yourself. The second thing you can do is just genuinely listen to others. Do not interrupt or plan what you're going to say when you're listening to people, because when you're planning what you're going to say, you're not hearing what is being said. So to truly fully understand their perspective, just genuinely listen. And that listening and being able to step into someone else's shoes and identify with what's being said and what they're saying will allow you to build stronger connections with others. The third thing you can do is to be supportive. You can show support by finding out what they wish to accomplish and even offer to help them achieve their goals. So be supportive of others. Also find common interests and shared experiences. Oftentimes we realize that when we can find common interests or shared experiences, regardless of our background, those interests and experiences can level the playing field and really help us build those bridges through those similarities. I can honestly say this is something that I've learned from my husband. He is someone, we can go to a mall and he says hi to everyone and he starts having conversation with people. And 9 times out of 10, the first thing he starts to ask is, where are you from? So that he can identify the city, if he's been there, what sports teams do you identify with? He is a master at building bridges with people who are coming from different backgrounds simply by asking them questions that allow him to establish whether or not there are any common interests or shared experiences that they can talk about. And finally, express gratitude. People just want to know that you appreciate them. So whenever someone does something for you, whenever someone provides something for you, provides support, just express gratitude. One of the things that I do that my husband has taught me is to say to people when they've done something for me is to say, I appreciate you. Now, oftentimes we'll say thank you, but I find that saying the words, I appreciate you has a much stronger impact on others than just saying thank you. Not to say that saying thank you is good or bad. It is actually good. Saying something is good, right? But I find that just saying I appreciate you goes further than just saying thank you. So if you already have connections and you just want some tips and ideas to strengthen them, I have several that I'd like to share with you. So again, practice gratitude, regularly express your appreciation for those you're connected with. You can also engage in community service. Consider getting involved in a group such as a sorority or another organization that will allow you to develop relationships and connect with others, because doing so will help you strengthen the bond you have with a larger community. That is something that I myself have done. I belong to two sororities. One is a business sorority and one is a D9. And I can honestly say that had I not been involved in these sororities, I would not have some of the connections that I have. And truthfully, my involvement in these organizations has exposed me to women that under normal circumstances, with the way that I live my life, I likely would not have met these women that I connect so well with. So my getting involved in these organizations helped me find more women to be a part of my group of people that I can connect with. And therefore, I've developed friendships that I wouldn't have developed had I not decided to get out of my comfort zone and get involved in these organizations. Another thing you can do is prioritize face-to-face interactions with the connections that you already have. We know that digital connecting is convenient, but physical presence amplifies connection. We oftentimes can't see body language through digital communication. And some of you can identify with this. How many times do we get on Zoom and someone doesn't turn on their video? Yes, you hear their voice, but people must realize that being able to see others, seeing their body language is a part of building a strong connection. So if you're one of those who gets on Zoom calls and you keep your video off, I'm going to ask you to turn them on, because we just want to see that beautiful face and we just want to see your body language, to see your facial expressions, because those facial expressions can oftentimes be a window into your thoughts and how you really feel. Another thing you can do is actually spend more time connecting with people. Invest time with getting to know them, going out to dinner, playing games, anything that gets you in an environment where you're able to see someone, or at least a different side of them, will help you build stronger connections. Some of the things that we do to build strong connections with our sisters is to go on a girls' trip. Maybe a guy will go on a guy's trip. That will give you an opportunity to spend time with people in a very different environment and will allow you to see who they truly are. So remember, spending time, physical time with others is also an opportunity for you to build stronger connections. And finally, seek feedback and engage in open dialogue. Giving people the opportunity to tell you how they feel about something you may have done, or express their feelings about something that may be happening. This enhances your understanding of them and their understanding of you, and helps you build those deeper connections. So we're going to wrap this up. We've talked about how important having strong connections is on your journey of living an emancipated life. So as a reminder, in order to live an emancipated life, you need to be free of the internal limitations or societal expectations. You need to be free of those so that you can make decisions that align with who you are and allow you to live the life that you desire to live. But having strong connections can provide a support system. It can provide a mirror. It can also, and more importantly, help your mental well-being, because connecting with others is in our DNA. Having those strong support systems in place to help you remain sane, as I say sometimes, and to help you bounce back and be resilient is very, very important on your journey of living an emancipated life. So again, if you do not have a strong community of friends and family that you look at as your support system, I encourage you to start to find your people. Find find your people. They can do nothing more than provide you with the support that you need to make the decisions that you want to make in order to live the life that you want to live. They can be the mirror. They can also be those who keep you from making big mistakes. I still want you to trust yourself, but I want you to keep your mental health and well-being in check by making sure that you have a strong support system there to support you. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for being a part of the Girl Emancipated community. Together, we are breaking free from limitations, embracing our authenticity, and empowering ourselves to live the lives we're meant to live. Remember, hit that subscribe button and follow me at I'm Coach Veronica on Instagram and Facebook. In our next episode of Girl Emancipated, we will be exploring the 6th pillar of living an emancipated life, and that is purpose. So, find your people, stay connected, and build those bridges. Bye for now.